We are on page number 195. The topic we have already covered up, encephalon, that's the brain, forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, prosencephalon, mesencephalon, rhombencephalon. And we have understood various parts and the functions. And now we're going to understand when brain extends, brain का जो नीचे सबसे last हिस्सा था medulla oblongata. So जब medulla oblongata, when you are going to draw the structure also, pons, then medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and this medulla oblongata will extend down your vertebral column. There is this extension happens till which bone or which vertebral? L2, right? So you have to remember certain words which I asked you to remember. Now when you talk about the spinal cord, what is that? It is part of central nervous system. So we will just read along with this. This is something very important also. Explain the structure of spinal cord. If it comes, you have to explain it this way, wherein you have to write first, it's the part of central nervous system and it is the extension of medulla oblongata. And where is it lying? In the neural canal of vertebral column. जो रीढ़ की हड्डियां हैं उसके बीच में जो गैप है, you call that as neural canal. In that neural canal, it is lying and it is surrounded, like हमारा brain was surrounded by the layers, and those layers were called as meninges, dura mater, arachnoid matter and pia mater. Just like that, spinal cord is also surrounded by three important meninges or three layers, that's dura, arachnoid and pia mater. So when you talk about externally, spinal cord is long, rod-like structure बाहर से, and कितना लंबा है? It's 42 to 45 centimeter long, 2.5 centimeter broad, मतलब उतना चौड़ा है. और उसका जो एक्सट्रीम एंड है, ब्रेन के बाद स्पाइनल कॉर्ड आता है, तो जो टिपिकल पॉइंटेड स्ट्रक्चर है, सो यू टॉक अबाउट दिस स्ट्रक्चर, ये जो कोन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बन रहा है उसको हम बोलेंगे, ये रीड करो, anterior end gradually tapers into conus medullaris. You call it as conus medullaris. In the previous lecture, I asked you to write this word, conus medullaris. ये जो conus medullaris है आगे extend करता है into thread-like structure, and that thread-like structure is called phylum terminale. I'm going to show that in a real nerve also. We have got one beautiful image. And then when you look at the spinal cord, there are two swellings. When you talk about the two swelling, यहाँ पे देखो two swelling है, two swelling, एक cervical swelling है और एक lumbar swelling. Cervical means आपको समझ में आया है, it's near the neck. Lumbar is in the back end, abdomen, lower abdomen, right? And if you count how many spinal nerves would be there, 31 pairs of spinal nerves would be there, arising from the starting from cervical to lumbar region till conus medullaris. And when you look at the extreme end, phylum terminalis के आसपास का जो हिस्सा होगा ना, वो बिल्कुल घोड़े की पूंछ जैसी होगी, जिसको हम बोलेंगे कॉडा इक्विना. मतलब ये होता क्या है, जो हमारे meninges हैं, दिस इज द meninges, राइट, ड्यूरा मैटर, एरिकनॉइड मैटर एंड देन पाया मैटर. सो उसके जो बच्चे कुछ एक्सटेंशन है आफ्टर योर स्पाइन, दिस इज हाउ योर स्पाइन इज, राइट. ये जो कॉर्नर है कॉर्नस मेडुलारिस है, उसके बाद का एक्सटेंशन है फाइलम टर्मिनेल है, लेकिन उसके आसपास के ये जो थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, यू कॉल दैट एज कॉडा इक्विना. कॉडा इक्विना, कॉडा मीन्स tail, equina means horse, so it looks like a horse tail.
Posterior roots of the spinal nerves.
Okay, so we have the spinal cord, and this is the phylum terminale, which is extending from the conus medullaris. This is the conus medullaris, spinal cord का extreme end anterior extreme end, that's the pointed structure, and uske yahan se side se jitne bhi dura marrow, see, this is cauda equina, that looks like a horse's tail. Now we'll see the swellings. So ये जो ऊपर का हिस्सा है ये हमारा, this is the cervical, this is the lumbar swelling. ये दो swelling बहुत ही ज़रूरी है, you have to remember that. Okay. Basically if you draw also, it's very clearly visible. यहाँ से चौड़ा है, बाकी पतला है, फिर again it is thick. That is how it is made. So there are two swellings. Now let's see how to draw the TS of the spinal cord. Now we have a video which is explaining us how to draw the TS of spinal cord. The central canal has been made, and now you're just trying to make the horns, the dorsal and the ventral with the two curves. Ventral horn is extended. Then we have the posterior region. This is the extension of ventral horn. This is the lateral horn. That will be easy for you to remember. Any extension that's called as HORN, horn. So now we have already made the gray matter. So this is the video which I've taken from Professor Prakash Surve's link, because he has already forwarded it for your help, and we're watching him draw it. So you can see the gray matter is already drawn. Now we're just making the posterior medium septum, and now we'll complete the white matter. Spinal cord is dorso-ventrally flattened. We use this word dorso-ventrally flattened. अगर आपको याद है तो ये कौन से फाइला के लिए यूज़ किया था, you can just open your book and find out. It is dorso-ventrally flattened. That is why you see on top also it is flattened, on the bottom region also. Now we have completed the white matter. लेकिन जब ब्रेन का डायग्राम बनाएंगे तो ग्रे मैटर बाहर होगा, वाइट मैटर अंदर होगा, लेकिन स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट होगा. वाइट मैटर इज आउटसाइड एंड ग्रे मैटर इज इनसाइड. You can draw along and make sure this diagram is learned by you, because it is one of the important diagram. These are the meninges, the layer that has got cerebrospinal fluid. Labeling नहीं है, लेकिन these are the outer layer. When you look at an original spinal cord TS, this is how it looks. So make sure you learn the diagram, that's figure 9.11 from page number 195.